guys, my name is Sebastian Garcia and this is a channel where we forget about some of the bad things and look at some of the good things that happened today. Before the first story, sorry I haven't posted any videos. I've been working on my new job and I was trying to figure out my schedule. But from now on, I promise weekly videos. First story is from New Township, New Jersey. The school district saved $350,000 with Post-its. Yeah, they put Post-its around the school saying to turn off the lights and just reminders and things like that. And because of it, they saved all this money. It is a simple answer to a serious situation, and that's very cool. And the good thing is that, you know, things like the art department or even the Quidditch team can survive, and that's a positive thing because from this now we go to England. The world's fastest animal, the peregrine falcon. It was an animal that was close to extinction, but now because of the efforts, it is no longer on the extinctions chart and it's starting to populate all over England again. Now it's good to know that all these ecological efforts and, you know, animal movements do pay off, and because of that we see things like this happening, and that's always a good thing. On the same note, we have a story from Missouri talking about organic farming. Now the story here is that, as you know, organic farming is cleaner, safer, and overall better for you, but you know, it's not easy to go to the grocery store and buy $4 organic apples. Not everybody can do that, and that's a fact. But if this new study shows that in the long run, even if the premiums are reduced by half, which means, you know, your apples would be cheaper, anything organic would be cheaper, in the long run it's actually more profitable for the farmer because of yield rates and other factors that even I don't understand. But overall, what this means is that organic farming, cheaper. But unfortunately, people don't look at the long run and they look at the short run. But we'll see what goes on with this, and I'll try to follow up if anything does happen with this story. Other awesome research news comes from America. As you guys know, here we have a very efficient medical system, especially when it comes to HIV. You can go get tested within a matter of hours or days. I will know the results. Unfortunately, that's not the case in Africa, where it takes multiple weeks and people don't follow up, and that's not important because you have to know whether you're positive or negative. So now they have created something called an M chip, which can test you with a blood prick, and they'll know within 15 minutes whether you're positive and negative. And it's on the dollar menu. For only $1, these people are able to create the chip and actually distribute it. And you know, the good news about this is that it's also made for other diseases, like prostate cancer has already been approved in Europe, and it can be applied to many other diseases. About win-win situations, there's another one because it's cost effective and it's efficient. So don't tell me this is not an awesome new invention. Alright, next story to keep the good news rolling. It is said that if you ask for help, it shall be given to you. That's where our next story is from. Wokingham, UK. A 14-year-old boy lost his hand and his parents weren't able to afford, you know, a bionic hand. So the other things you could afford, because different types, is a claw mechanism. And you know, it's not really useful. You know, fingers are something that we take for granted but are really necessary for everyday tasks. So as it turns out, Ross Brawn, the president of Mercedes in Formula One, went to the school to visit, and he actually contacted him after, the small boy, and he asked him for a new hand. And like a boss, he said yes. And he actually has all 5 fingers. These things run about 30,000 euros, so they are expensive, more than the household income. So if somebody who has so much money to give back, it is always a good thing. So props to you, Mercedes. I would never buy one of your cars, but I do thank you for good things you did. So talking about having a lot of money, and earlier we spoke about school budget cuts, superintendents and people up there don't really ever seem to suffer from these situations. With a $250,000 salary plus benefits, they don't really ever see the cuts. So much that if you click on the story down below, the first line of the story is, school official gives himself a hefty, next word usually reads, raise. Not in this case. This BAMF of the day, Larry Powell, realized that he has enough money to retire comfortably, so in the last 3 or 4 years as superintendent of Fresno County, he was only going to take a $31,000 salary, which in turn gives back the difference to a lot of school funding that is being cut. Now, because it is his money, he gets to decide where the money goes. So as my cynical self kind of raises eyebrows at this, but when I see a man that's donating about $800,000 in the next 4 years to the school and not to himself, I'm all for it. Besides, he talks about children's programs and electives, and the truth is, personally, all my teachers were always awesome. But electives are the spirit of the school, and when you take the spirit out, where's the motivation of school that budget cuts are creating? So with that in mind, props to you, sir, and that's why he's our BAMF for the day. Taking money that you don't need and giving it to those who need it, especially your education. You know, this is making things happen with what you got. And you know, I have a lot more stories for you guys just because it's been so long since I made a new video, but I want to keep it short. Anyways, guys, the world was good today and a lot smarter too. So if you like any of them and you want to find out more, links down below. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it does get the word out there that the world was good today. Well guys, it's Thursday, September 8th, 2011, and the world really was good today, and I will see you guys next Thursday.